All right. So Trump is back. And you know what that means. Another bullshit war on drugs. Because if there's one thing that America loves, it's pretending we can arrest our way out of people getting high. Like we've been running the same dumb experiment for 50 fucking years. And the only thing we've managed to accomplish is making drugs stronger and filling our prisons with poor people. But now let's try it again. Because, maybe this time if we just yell death penalty for drug dealers loud enough, the cartels will be like, oh man, you got us. We'll just sell oregano from now on. Like, I swear to God, if Trump actually wanted to stop fentanyl, he'd stop making America so fucking miserable that everyone needs an opioid just to get through the week. Like, do you ever notice that nobody out here snorting fentanyl at Disneyland? Like, nobody's nodding off in a Chick-fil-A drive-through because their life is fucking amazing. Like, people are getting high because they're stuck in a nightmare dystopia where rent is $2 grand a month and healthcare is a fucking GoFundMe. And every boss in America thinks work-life balance is a socialist plot. But now the real problem is some dude selling fake perks out of his Honda Civic. And Trump's big plan, his big, brilliant strategy to fight fentanyl, tariffs. Tariffs. Yeah, tariffs, because, cartels are super worried about taxes. Hey, dumbass, like you're dealing with criminal organizations. You're like, you think they're sitting around like, damn, boys, we were going to smuggle another 100 kilos of fentanyl into America, but these new tariffs are really going to cut into our fourth quarter profits. Motherfucker, they're already operating outside the law. You cannot regulate crime with economic policy. That's like trying to stop bank robbers with stronger FDIC policy. Well, we would have stolen the money, but these new overdraft fees are really concerning. This is the equivalent of trying to stop pirates by making bootleg DVDs more expensive. It's that fucking stupid. And of course, Trump's other genius idea is closing the border. Because apparently, if we just build a big enough wall, fentanyl will look at it and be like, oh man, we really thought of everything this time. Bro, we can't even keep drugs out of our prisons. You really think we're going to keep them out of the entire fucking country? I have personally met dudes who have smoked crack inside of solitary confinement. There are maximum security inmates who can get a quarter ounce of meth but can't get a fucking toothbrush. And you expect me to believe that a wall is going to stop $1 trillion drug market? See, this is what happens when you let Fox News grandpas design drugs policies. These motherfuckers still think cocaine gets smuggled in by some dude with a giant burlap sack tiptoeing across the desert like he's Wile E. fucking Coyote. And meanwhile, the real drugs are coming in shipping containers the size of office buildings that just get waved through customs like it's fucking TSA pre-check. But sure, let's act like it's Juan on a bicycle that's the real problem. And here's the thing. People will always get high. People have always gotten high. People are always going to get high. You could remove every drug from the planet, and I guarantee you within 5 minutes, some motherfucker will be spinning in circles in his front yard until he passes out just to see what it feels like. And people have been fermenting fruit for alcohol since before we had written language. Like the first guy to lick a toad wasn't doing research. He was just bored and said, fuck it, let's see what happens. Like we're talking about a species that huffs gasoline for fun. You think we're just going to give up fentanyl because it's harder to get? Great fucking plan, guys. And then to make it worse, Trump puts a drug czar in charge who makes Nancy Reagan look like a fucking anarchist. Drugs are bad. The solution is more law enforcement and harsher sentences. Motherfucker, we've already tried that. We've been getting tough on drugs since the 70s. And the only thing it's done is make the prison industry rich as fuck and give us an overdose crisis that looks like a fucking zombie apocalypse. Do you know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? That's exactly what we do with drug policy. But yeah, let's double down on a strategy that has never worked. This drug czar is the kind of guy who still thinks weed is a gateway drug. And bro, it's 2025. The only thing weed is a gateway to is a fucking DoorDash order. But yeah, let's keep acting like fentanyl is getting into America because we're not arresting enough people. And here's the real problem. The only reason fentanyl is dangerous is because it's unregulated on the street. Like we use pharmaceutical grade fentanyl in hospitals every fucking day without an issue. But when you criminalize everything, people don't stop using, the drugs just get riskier. And that's why folks are dropping dead. Not because drugs are bad, but because we let the DEA decide public policy instead of actual fucking scientists. You want to stop overdoses? It's simple. Regulate the drug supply, give people access to safe options, and maybe, just maybe, stop treating addiction like a fucking crime. But nah, let's just keep electing the same dumb motherfuckers and acting shocked when it doesn't work. But hey, at least this time we saw it coming.